Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Quad Boss Lee, and today we're going to be installing the roof rack that I've been telling you guys about for a little while. If you guys remember, a few videos ago we put the roof rack rails on the Ford Freestyle. Well, we're going to put those to the use today with the Ford Freestyle roof rack. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, so I got all of our pieces laid out here on our roof rack. Now we're going to go ahead and start putting this together. First things first, we're going to go ahead and take these two pieces, which are your smaller pieces. You have your back end, you have your front end, vice versa, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4 smaller pieces. Let me go ahead and get situated. I'll show you what we're going to do first. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, so you're going to take piece 1 and piece 2. You will notice they are different. You will see one piece has grooved ended pipes like this and solid ended pipes like this. So when you put those two together, it will go ahead and look like this piece. Put those two together. We're going to do this twice, and then we'll go ahead and get our end pieces put together. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, so we've got our two pieces put together. Now we're good to go ahead and put our roof rack together. When we do this, the parts that you get in the package, you're going to use the one labeled 0 or O. These are going to be our pipes that hold these two together. So we're going to slide these on only on the ends. Only on the ends. So just remember this, only on the ends, meaning the end piece and the middle piece you will use pipes O. Same thing with the end piece and the middle piece, you will use the O's. Now these two smaller ones, when they join together, have pipes as well. You are going to use pipes letter P. So we'll go ahead and put this all together with those pipes. So remember O and O, and then in the middle, P. So we'll go ahead and get those all slid in together, and then I'll show you the next step. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, so we got our whole roof rack put together. Now we're going to go ahead and actually screw it together with these support braces. They're labeled J in the instructions. So these are just going to slide right over our holes on each one. We have 3 on each side. So we're going to put these plates in. You're going to use the hardware labeled H. And we're going to screw all these in. So we're going to do 2, 4, 6, 12 screws, 6 plates. So we'll go ahead and screw these down, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, so once we get the 6 brackets put on, we're going to go ahead and put the last one on the back, which is going to be letter K in the instructions. So if you take K, another H bolt, tighten it up right here on this nut, and then we're going to go ahead and start working on the front part of the cage. Alright ladies and gentlemen, so now we're going to take our front plate. Now you do have the option to, on this front plate, you could go ahead and leave it the way it's supposed to be with having the name brand on there. I'm going to eventually put a light bar up here, so I don't really want to see the name. So we're going to go ahead and flip it backwards so we just see nice plain black. We're going to go ahead and put it on this way. Now you get these little plastic clips that wrap around the bars here. You get 6 of them, so you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. You have 3 of the H bolts left. Those will be on the top. Then you'll have 3 longer ones. Here's your longer ones. These are going to go on the bottom along with these plastic spacers. You're going to need the nuts that are here. You can go ahead and get pre-started with go ahead and getting the nuts pushed in on here so that we hold the bolt back. I'm going to go ahead and put the top 3 on first with the H bolts. So we're going to go ahead and get these 3 in. They're going to go ahead and show you guys how to do the bottom. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, so on the bottom one you're going to take your 35mm nut, and you're going to go ahead, there's bottom clips on here. You're going to put your spacer right in between the metal sheet and the clip itself. So go ahead and do that for all 3. Once you got all 3 down, this rack is good to go in the car. Make sure you got your plate even in the center, but other than that, we're good to put it on the car. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, so here is the hook to hook it onto your rack rail bars. So we got it set up here up on the roof. Make sure you are straight and even front and back sides. Now, just an example, this is how it's going to go. So my roof rack rails are quite thick to use this black spacer, so I just ditched it. So I'm just using the bars. You got your bars, and then you got your wing nuts on top, and then you also see there's a metal plate. The metal plate is what's holding the rack itself to the bar. So I got it all tightened up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this last one down. But depending on your roof rack rails, they might be super thin. You might need this spacer, but I just ditched the black spacer and just using the metal bars on top. So I'll go ahead and get this last one fastened down. We'll take a look. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so we got the roof rack done on the Ford Freestyle. This is the biggest one that they make, and as you can tell, we just barely have enough room all the way along. When you put this in, make sure you have enough room for the trunk to open, which we do. It does come with a weatherproof bag, so the weatherproof bag fits the whole entire top of the roof rack. And like I said up front, we'll probably do a LED bar at some point, but nothing crazy. But this is what the Ford Freestyle looks like now. It looks more kind of like a camper. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video on the Ford Freestyle. We got our roof rack finally, and we were able to haul stuff up top if necessary. This car already has enough trunk room already, but now we have more room up top. So I'll have a link in the description for the part for the roof rack. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like. If you have not already, subscribe to Quad Boss Elite. We'll catch you on the next one.